Yo, what's good, everybody? I'm not sure if y'all can hear me, man. I forgot how to use this StreamYard. What's really going on? The man say Papa Pen 2.0. Well, shit. I'm gonna go and get this started. I guess the title is up there. I forgot what the hell I named it, but I guess the sexual revolution versus 304 culture, whole culture. The reason I ask this because a lot of shows we look at, we get consumed by, especially in our community, in the black community. There's a lot of push for this whole culture, so to speak. And I can see it in TV shows, just like, for example, what's the last thing I just watched was Power Book 2. And as you said before, one time before about the show, and was that Power has a whole bunch of female writers or whatever, and you can just tell because they do things that really doesn't make any sense in real life, just a whole bunch of made up fantasies or whatever, right? So what I'm starting to notice is, it's a big push for all this, this LBGTQRST. No offense, I don't know y'all lettering now. Know y'all add a couple letters every now and then, but there's like a big push for more of those things, and then also what I'm seeing is too it's a big push for a lot of just this. That's why I said like sexual revolution or whatever. Like this big whole culture. Like it's cool, especially among African American women. Okay, we had 2 minute mark, so I'm finna start getting gutter now. So, and I can see that with other shows. Look, like if y'all know a lot of women that consume like the love and hip hops and all this, right? And or whatever, all that poison that's pretty much out here. Notice, I mean, the women that consume that. I'm not saying that of course, everything is entertainment, right? But if so surrounded by this, and this is a agenda that's being pushed all the time, right? um Eventually, subconsciously or not, you're gonna start eating some of this stuff up. And I'm just noticing it in the attitudes or whatever. Like what I say, I can't really speak for other races of women because all I dealt with was black women in my adult years. I did a lot of playing around with other races and things like that. Around high school age or whatever, young adult. But this is just something I noticed. It's like a mindset that come along with this thinking or whatever. And then, when you get my age and you got women around, their 40s or whatever, let's say that you're used to dating, a lot of them have adopted the same mindset or whatever. They act like I'm not gonna really say men, but they have like a male thinking mentality. A lot of times, I know this right here is probably a bad time to stream, but I don't care. I got something I got going on later. But a lot of them, they take that male thinking mindset or whatever. Oh, you could do this. They had like you can run the streets just like a male can. But on the flip side of that, it's like, man, at the end of the day, you're a hoe. When you trying to run the street like a man, I don't care what it is. You know how it may look to y'all, you know, that's just to us that type of behavior, it's like, hey man, you just you being consumed by the masses, whatever. Basically, what they're pushing out here, you're becoming that. And so another thing I kind of want to get at is these men here. I've been going through a lot of YouTube content, especially there's a lot of content that's out on TikTok. TikTok has like the best algorithm, but it's a lot of weirdos on there. I don't expect anything that used to be a whole kids dance site or whatever, right? Um, but even the podcast Manosphere and all you guys here on YouTube, right? They push this whole, you know, working to get to be this old top 10% earner thing, right? You know, you know, just keep pushing, and this can, and with this attitude, you know, this behavior that you know a lot of women are consuming is gonna keep going, you know, because you know, I'm all for men doing better, but at the same time, let's be realistic. If you take your you know, your regular guys or your 9 to 5 guys, or you have a guys that you know have their own business and they're small business owners, right? Let's be real, they're not gonna be earning nothing ridiculous like that. What if you listen, if you sit down and was to interview some of these women, because I say I've talked to a lot of women. I was going on a lot of dates with them, you know, and sometimes when you hear the bullshit, you're like, okay, we got another one. So it's like these expectations, right? It didn't come out of nowhere. It's coming. This is what the culture is teaching, you know, and these women would never attain that, you know, and a lot of times, a lot of us are not gonna really earn that in the top 10%. You know, whether we keep a regular job or we're a small business owner, we're not gonna have that. And so that's why, like, you know, you go around, you hear, you know, a lot of this rhetoric being pushed over here, different channels on, you know, on YouTube. You guys are really a small minority in the community that's, you know, you so supposedly top tier. And a lot of you guys got that way based off, you know, you just kind of looked up on your YouTube channel. So guess what? You hit a different class. So you expect, you know, of course, you're going to have a different pool of women um coming at you because you're in a different class. You know, with that being said, what you're gonna get is a lot of these women that's been influenced with that thinking now. That's who you're gonna attract. So so like I say, be wary. Somebody said a quote one time. They were like, if you really want to know um what type of woman you're dealing with, fall to the bottom. You know, fall to the bottom of life, you know, just bottom out. See if she's still there. Then on the flip side of that, there's like, if you really want to see the true intentions of a man, let him start balling out or whatever and see if he keep you around. I mean, you know, just with that mindset or whatever, it's like, hey, you know, I understand finances, you know, that it's gonna play a bit, you know, it's gonna play some role. We're not, you know, we're not stupid. You can't do, you know, anything without being able to you know, provide for yourself, at least, you know, be able to hold your own self up or whatever you're gonna get out there in the market. But yet at the same time, you gotta watch these you know, you gotta watch some of, you know, you gotta watch these hidden holes out here. And then, you know, I'm sorry, you know, I know a lot of women are gonna get mad, you know, when of me speaking like that, but look out here. Okay, if you consider yourself to be a good woman, right? Can you say that? Look at your friends that you keep, the company that you keep around. We can't tell you from the hot thought over there. Why is that? Why are you even hanging around this type of woman? We can't see it. So, you know, where does that leave, you know, a lot of us guys or whatever, you know, I talk about, you know, these, you know, the guys is talking about, you know, getting the top 10% of earning. And then also, you know, it's these these simps and beta males out here. They gonna always fuel these type of women. As long as they can find a man to validate what the fuck they're doing, it's gonna stay like, you know, it's ain't nothing gonna change. So this is what I always, you know, hear. This is what I see what the solutions has been here online, right? This whole thing I've been here, you know, I going through the rabbit hole of YouTube. So now this thing called Passport Bros. I said that's cool if you're looking for something long term or you trying to date. Because of what a lot of you guys doing, y'all just going over there and just doing some cheap tricking. That's it. You can trick over here. So now you giving other black men or whatever that's really going over there with good intentions a bad rep because that's all you want to do is go over there and trick for cheap. It's a good thing you could, you travel, whatever, obviously you make, you got some type of money to be finance or whatever to be able to go over there, go aboard and travel. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that, but it's like, hey, don't just make that, you might need to fix something else inside you or whatever if you want to go to a whole nother country and just be a trick. I'm just saying you can trick here if you got money like that. I'm just saying, but I don't know. I mean, people can argue with me about that or whatnot, but I think the whole thing for original purpose for brothers getting passports and things of that nature was to really go out and find them a quality woman or somebody they could keep long term. I mean, I thought that was the point. I mean, am I right? What am I missing? But I don't know, I just had some things on my mind or whatever. I say, okay, I'm gonna make it live. I guess I'll go live. I'm like, hell, I didn't know where the hell I'm going with it. But so yeah, just basically to sum up, the title, is this a so-called sexual revolution? This is the whole culture. I mean, to me, it is what it is, just based off what I see, all this poison is being spewed out here, there the machine is like turning our women into some different type of hoes or whatever. So I guess another question I just want to ask, so where does that leave regular men that may have a 9 to 5 or regular men that have a small business that they keep to maintain themselves and their family or if they by themselves, where does that leave them in the dating market? The only thing I'm gonna say for that is being cautious. You know, I think that's the only thing that's really left for that. And it's to be cautious, it's like now, guys may want to think twice before getting in a relationship. I'm not saying there ain't, there's not no good women over here, but it is what it is. So you always want to be cautious or whatever. Do your research on the woman, see how she respond to different things. And that like whatever. But yeah, it look like the shows look like the show has wit on the road. So, but I didn't expect a lot of views. I don't really do content like this on YouTube, but I guess that's it, fella. Man, I forgot how to use StreamYard, all this. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Y'all take it easy.